Welcome, viewers, to the American Marketing Association of New York's CMO Discussion Series, Season 2. We are so excited to continue part 2 of our conversation with Liberty Mutual about strong brand and its relation to employees and reputation. We welcome all our viewers and thank you for spending time with us again today. I'm Lori Johnson, a board member of AMA New York and the Future of the CMO Program chairperson and producer of this series. Today, Nicole Godara, Executive Vice President, Global Brand and Communications Officer at Liberty Mutual Insurance, will continue her conversation with us on a topic crucial to marketing: brand authenticity internally and externally. We want to thank Liberty Mutual and Jack Morton team for their instrumental role in kicking off Season 2. But first, I have the pleasure of introducing Nicole. Nicole is currently responsible for global brand and communications for Liberty Mutual. Her team focuses on managing and advancing the company's brand internally and externally via strategic branding, integrated marketing, internal communications, public and media relations, and creative efforts, all with the goal of becoming a global employer of choice, as well as promoting and protecting Liberty's reputation. A Liberty Mutual employee for 15 years, Cole has held various roles in marketing, leading innovation and customer marketing in the consumer retail group before joining the Talent and Enterprise Services Group in 2015. Cole's previous experience prior to joining Liberty includes marketing and brand roles at Dunkin' Brands and New England Development, a real estate development firm. Nicole has her BA from Boston College and her MBA from Boston University. We are also happy to welcome Craig Milan, who will lead our conversation with Nicole today. Craig and Nicole, take it away.
Thank you, Lori. Thanks for having us again. That was another great intro. I feel like we need to take you everywhere we go. Today, our topic for Nicole, for you and I, is going to be something that I know is near and dear to your heart and near and dear to my heart, which is brand authenticity and how important it is right now and how important it is for brands, both internally and externally. So I thought I'd kick off with probably a really important question, but probably one of the easier questions for you to answer is, why is it important to maintain brand authenticity today? And why is it important at Liberty?
Yeah, Craig, people don't want to do business or work at a company that's inauthentic, right? They want to work and do business with a company that they can trust.
As you think about brand authenticity at Liberty, are there areas that you want to highlight and think about that are, you paid special effort to?
We have a consumer ad campaign that many are likely familiar with that helps drive our consumer business, but it's but one part of our story as a company. It's several years ago, before the pandemic, we did some work, which was an attempt at a rearticulation of who we are as a company. It was work that we did around our belief, our purpose as a company, and our promise to our customers. One of the things we talked a lot about was what makes us different. And in insurance, it's truly hard to differentiate, right? Because it's a highly regulated industry. The response from our CEO was, what truly makes us different are our people. It's how they deliver on our promise to our customers. And so in our new branded house, our key differentiators are our values. It's an articulation of how our people deliver on our promise to our customers. That's what makes us different. And so we knew early on that we needed to sort of establish the brand foundations that were authentic and true to us, and making sure that our employees sort of connected to it. So, we did a lot of research with employees, right? We wanted to make sure that we understood and it would be authentic to be able to, tell our story in a way that was true. Whenever we do anything, whether we're communicating internally or externally, truing back to who we are is critically important to us as a company.
That's so well said. And that leads me to the second part of my question around, so that is your current employee base, but what role does brand authenticity play in recruiting and attracting talent, especially as it relates to DEI today?
Yeah, it's so critical. We've kept this front and center for us as we continue to build out our capabilities and our marketing efforts around attracting talent to the organization. I think the last thing you want to do is position your company in a way that is inauthentic and can't pay off on the promises that you make. We've done a lot of research with our own employees as well as prospective talent to make sure that the campaigns that we're developing are truly authentic. And in some cases, we've actually used real employees in our creative efforts. We recognize that what better way than to have our own employees talk about the company and all that we offer as an employer. I think whatever message we convey about what it's like to work in our company, it needs to be authentic. It needs to be true, and especially when it comes to the key messages and the things that we convey about our company as a diverse, inclusive, and equitable organization. With DEI, critically important, and I think it's one of the things that we worked closely with our global chief diversity and inclusion officer was, let's make sure that first we focus on our policies and practices internally before we ever start actively promoting what a great company we are and how diverse, inclusive, and equitable we are in the marketplace, right? And so it's been a really close partnership with her and her team because we need to make sure that what we're saying externally is truly the experience that employees have when they join the company. And it's funny, we've as a company have focused a lot around skill building skill around diversity, equity, and inclusion. For my team in particular, we've sort of doubled down on skill building because we are the folks who are supporting our diversity, equity, inclusion efforts as it relates to communications, both internally and externally. So we need to become experts. We need to be highly proficient in that area. And so we do a lot of things with my team specifically around building skill around that very area so that we can actually be more effective in the work that we do.
So Nicole, that leads me to another question, which is what else is Liberty doing to remain true to its values and who they are going forward?
Craig, we recognize that it's becoming increasingly more important to tell our entire story. I mentioned earlier our consumer story that we're telling in market, but we know that we have a great story to tell and we need to tell it, whether it's around our commitments to ESG, so not just environmental, but our philanthropic, our DEI, our stories around well-being. One recent and most powerful example I can think of is a campaign that we've launched here in Boston, an out-of-home campaign around youth homelessness, featuring our partners and really bringing visibility to the cause. Historically, we've been reluctant to talk about it. We're not a company that likes to beat its chest. It felt too self-serving. It's interesting though, the partners have told us by using Liberty as the voice, it actually brings greater visibility to the cause. And so we're doing a lot more of that now than we've ever before. I think it really all starts with the place of authenticity, one that's deeply connected to our identity and values. I mean, that is really the key to telling that story and for it to be authentic and true.
I love that, and really appreciate you spending the time to take us through this and take us through brand authenticity, because we all know it's so important. We see a new generation of millennials and Gen Zs, and obviously they want to associate with authentic brands.
What an amazing discussion. Thank you both, Craig and Nicole. Very insightful takeaways, and really impressed by all of the things that Liberty Mutual has done, the learnings and example to our organizations and corporations in a time when it's so important. Thank you. Talk to you soon.